All right, everybody, welcome back to Let's Play the 13th Age.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Did somebody just bark?
Wahoo!
There was a-
I'm so happy to be back.
Me too. Last time, our heroes, the rogue elements, diverted the path of a rampaging Tarrasque that was tearing through the countryside and protected the city of Foothold from its mad destruction.
Who wants to bet that we actually get some respect out of that?
No,
Nah.
50.
we opened the hellhole.
In any case, yes, they did it by opening a hellhole, tricking the Tarrasque into it, then sealing the hellhole around it, which is pretty nifty, folks.
I mean, that it was only temporary. It was a
It's
temporary.
like a Pokemon.
It's pretty
We,
much a standard pizza box and try.
We now rejoin them as the three separate teams reunite and dust themselves off of that crazy harebrained scheme.
Or slime themselves off, as the case may be.
It's a
You
metaphor.
guys, that sure was a crazy harebrained
Hell
scheme.
ash ourselves.
You better
Look, man,
dust
I'll
yourself off.
I don't care if you slime off, but please don't tell us about it.
That's so gross.
Can we not have a goodnight, folks line in the first minute of the game?
Don't worry, we're into the second minute.
Speedrunning it.
Nice. All right.
Slots is dusting himself off with his hell ash, but he's also sporting a very nice looking. Like if owls came from hell, I guess that would kind of be what the motif of his new cloak, of the parts that clung to him when he flew out of the hellhole, like an owl out of hell.
Yeah.
Too shabby. Like that old saying, an owl out of hell.
Like an owl out of hell, he'll be gone when the morning comes.
It's a very old saying. That's why.
Like an owl out of hell, Slots will be gone when level 8 comes.
I'll miss Slots.
That's why Slots knows it and nobody else does. It's very old
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, that's like 2nd Age stuff.
hmm Do you
Anyhow.
think this is a kind of an important question? Do you think Slots has a jukebox inside of him somewhere?
Yes.
And like occasionally
yes.
he just
yes. Yes,
like-
it's a record player.
okay, and he opens his mouth.
It's a jukebox.
He opens his mouth and like a record gets put on and it just like plays out of his mouth. Like he doesn't move his mouth; it just plays
It's
out
actually
of
under.
his mouth.
It's you know how his hat has a really wide brim.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you just like take the cap part off of the hat, there's a needle, and that's where you put the record.
Clearly.
So
Pretty good.
that wide brim, you just flatten it out a little, and then you put the record there.
It explains why his voice always sounds like it's coming from an old-time radio show.
That's
well.
that's because I'm great. Hello,
Now
folks.
that the danger has passed and his favor is complete, Battle Bob is just going to give the traditional chest bump farewell to Rip
Yeah.
and
Oh,
say
that
that
was
it's,
fucking weird. Bye.
Also, does that mean does he have like a step ladder for Rip to get on?
No, I just
Just do a
jump.
chest bump.
I just jump.
Okay.
Like Rip is all chest, so no matter where you bump him,
Essentially. He's just real happy to get a chance to do some work with somebody from, back in the old days, the Crusaders, legions. It's just not what it used to be ever since the new boss came in. But she'll be expecting him back there. Whatever.
oh great, great. I'm glad.
You used to have some order, some loyalty, some real military discipline, and now what do you got? You
Yeah, I
just got
get it.
a bunch of yahoos ever since but yeah, whatever. He
Okay.
just mumbles and grumbles all the way up with his the surviving legionnaires he brought with him marching back toward First Triumph.
Yeah, those legionnaires who couldn't even stand still for 5 minutes. Good job.
Nobody else gonna take notice of that. Nobody but Slots reads newspapers.
Nope.
What?
I don't
The
care.
new boss of the Crusaders.
Yeah, who cares about the Crusaders? They're
There's a
a
new
vile
Crusader.
bunch
I'm
of
like-
barbarians.
Slots is looking like
Hey!
actively worried for the first time in a while. He's like tugging down his hat and being like, ugh.
Rip, don't deny that you're vile. You just
Or
had a gigantic pile of fish asses fall out of you.
Slots looks all ready to curse, and he's just like, for goodness sakes.
Slots, what's wrong, buddy?
I believe you may have all assumed at one point that the Diabolist was deceased.
No.
We thought there was a new one. That's
Well,
Oh,
I
no.
think we may have just figured out where the old one went.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Overhearing this, Battle Bob returns because he didn't get that far away.
He was like a foot away.
I thought he already made his dramatic entrance, and then he just turns around.
Battle
No,
Battle
he-
Bob
he's
actually
dramatic
he never left.
exit.
He never left. He just did that thing where he like walks behind something and crouches down, so he's going downstairs.
He made his disgruntled employee exit. It wasn't that dramatic,
Oh,
but yeah.
As soon as he heard that he had an impact, he came back running back to gossip some more.
As soon as he heard that people wanted to engage with the information he was dispensing expositionarily, yes, he returned.
That's a little desperate
Ew.
there, Battle Bob.
I love that guy. Be
Well,
nice to him.
excuse me. It's like, hey, now, I know the Diabolist when I see her. Don't you dare say I'm that bad at my job. I mean, whoever she is, she showed up with like 5-6 hellhole cores in hand. And, I mean, I never knocked over a hellhole single-handedly. So, she's got to be worth something in the fight against demons. But,
I mean, we've done 2 of them now.
What happened to the old Crusader?
well, you remember that fight I had you check out and results were inconclusive?
Oh.
He just never showed up again.
Wow.
And so after a little bit of disorder, like I say, she comes in with some serious demon hunting credentials, and I gotta say, the high priests of the various dark gods are happy to have a chaotic force around. But I got in this job to just be like the biggest badass army in the world. Like,
Yeah. I know how it is.
that's not how it is. That's just not how it is.
Thinking about all this kind of demony junk, Slots is having like angry stomping around if he could, except he's like floating, so he like actively can't stomp, but he's making the movements as if he can. He's like stomping around, grumbling, remembering like the 4th Age or so, memories coming back of that whole thing in the Red Wastes with the demons and the crusade.
Ugh.
And the
No idea
and the-
what you're talking about. I'm not that old.
and the scaled arms emerging from the sand, and yeah, whatever.
That wasn't that long ago.
Did you shove him back in the ground for several more ages? Because
Yeah, that kind of.
No, I'm talking about the first wave. You guys did.
What?
Never mind.
Anyway, hey mom, do you know like anything
You
about
trying
the
to
deal
say
with that?
goodbye, Battle Bob.
See ya.
Bye, Battle Bob.
That was a
Bye.
far less
Where'd he
dramatic
go?
exit that time.
Well,
Hey, we noticed him at least.
he explodes. He explodes his ship as he flies away,
Oh,
just to
okay.
make sure.
That's nice.
Strawberry Gelato is a little busy looking at the sky. You know,
The
that
sky.
place she used to fly through back when she had an airship.
The balloon that's no longer in that place.
Oh,
just
what?
Looking.
That's a bummer, Miss Gelato. We have an airship, so I mean I understand how it feels to not be able to. Well, I don't really, because I haven't not flown in it since we had our airship. But prior to having the airship, we didn't fly, and I guess I did kind of think about like I guess I'd like to fly sometime.
Well,
But
thank you
Bella-
now
very
we
Bella
just fly all
much.
the time.
Thank
And
you
then
very
Bella
much,
snaps her
young lady,
fingers.
for inviting me to stay with you. Oh, that's so generous, so kind.
Bella snaps her fingers like. Bella snaps her fingers and it's like, in fact, that gives me an idea. Just fucking flies off. Bye.
Goodbye,
To be fair,
everybody.
we did salvage some of your ship when we teleported out, but
Oh, what
um,
what chunks did
not-
you get from the beast gullet?
We got some bright red galvanized rubber.
Very excited to see.
What sort of trinkets
Yeah.
would she keep in that place? I assume she wouldn't keep like portraits of her son.
She
It's
probably thinks it's all completely junk that
Yeah.
they've salvaged, but she's being patronizing. Like, oh,
She-
great, wonderful.
Portraits of her experiments.
I
Yeah,
wrecked
maybe.
my mom's car.
technically, it
Yes.
it was the Tarrasque that did it.
Technically, it was the Tarrasque that did it.
I wrecked
Technically, it was the Tarrasque that did it.
I mean,
was not even
on a
technically, it was
on a
literally.
technicality, you could say it wasn't you; it was the Tarrasque.
I'm pretty sure that
I-
if we're just being
I did
technically,
really-
like,
I
think
did
it
a
was
really
the
bad
Tarrasque that did
driving my mom's car. I wrecked it in like 30 seconds.
Well, let me see this ride that you're gonna be rolling around in. I'll see where I can set up my
yeah,
cot.
Give me
it's really nice.
Give me a second to cover up the
1
flexing
second.
lizard.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Half the party runs up to like cover up all
Paint
the
over-
stupid art.
Paint over the beefy arm.
Do we have any soap?
As those who run inside, as they do, are greeted by the people who began. Actually, no, the people on the outside are greeted by the returning evacuated population because they left the city,
Oh, that's
and now they're
nice.
coming back, seeing that the danger is past.
Hey, you're welcome.
No, this
Saved-
is our city now. go
Literally
away.
saved all of your lives. You're welcome.
There's one who comes up. He's got the bearing of a guy whose adventuring days aren't quite as far behind him as he likes to say they are. Introduces himself as Nico, and very, very excited to shake the hands of everybody who is responsible for saving the town.
Oh.
Bella, unable to pass up a moment of glory, runs back because she wants to brag about how she jumped into the hellhole. And
Manuel bows graciously to this thing.
Yes. He's just thanks you so much on behalf of him and his wife for saving his vacation tour from being absolutely ruined by a rampaging Tarrasque.
Well, I mean, also the lives of like hundreds of people who lived in the city. But yeah, your vacation. Important too, I suppose.
Well, they can thank you for that, and I'll thank you for my thing. Yes, very much.
Okay, well, you're very
happy
welcome.
to help. Thought that was like a
Goes-
rich guy or something.
Goes back to his inn.
Yeah, I expected maybe
You seem
like
a little suspect.
maybe some sort of like plaque.
Is it like a mayor?
Yeah,
something?
or like some sort of reward, like maybe a nice
Yeah.
little vacation home in the city that we stopped from being destroyed.
Who's the mayor around here?
Oh, you mean Captain?
Yeah, it was Captain Mayor. Captain John Mayer.
God.
Well, Captain also arrives and does thank you heartily with big
Oh, please, Captain. It was the least we could do.
pumping handshakes, and it's the first crack in his military type stoic demeanor. He's incredibly grateful.
Looks disapprovingly.
The least we could have done is just warned them and let them evacuate and not opened a portal to hell and tricked the Tarrasque to going in it.
That is true. I believe we did go above and
We
beyond.
went
the call of duty.
above and beyond. Any
Above
any
and
manner
beyond.
of reasonable expectation for adventurers, but
You know,
He
I even went down below
spontaneously
into the
awards
hellhole.
you. He spontaneously fishes out 7 medals from his pocket. You are now Order of Foothold first class.
finally,
each
I
and
was
every one of you.
I was wondering how long I would have to keep hinting at it.
With all rights and privileges thereof.
Okay, I'm happy. now.
There, no time for the proper pomp and circumstance, although if you'd like to remain a while, they can set up something on the parade field.
Oh god, no! This place smells like fish asses now.
Sorry, that's just me. Hey, to break
It's also the
it's fun-
pie-
It's
it's also
like that
the-
no matter where we go for a
It's also
while.
the pile outside of town that we placed down.
You know, you'd be surprised at how much of it is the pile and how much is rip.
It's probably.
I'll give you a hint, it's not
probably mostly
50-50.
red. This-
We just arrived, got our complimentary first class medals, and left.
Yeah, that sounds fine. As long as I have a medal.
Yeah.
Order of Foothold first class, each and every one of you.
Oh,
It's pretty good medal.
it's a shame the town couldn't have had a better name, but it's. You take what you can get, I suppose.
What benefits does having the medal confer? Like, what are the privileges
Respect.
of being...
You get
Order
to,
of
you get to
Foothold first
brag at
class.
the bars about how you stopped at Tarrasque.
There is that.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't seem very professional.
Well, I mean, we are not professionals.
Okay, but you know when you're like sitting around with like your other like Empire, you scouts and soldiers and whatever, and
Yeah,
and
explaining
reflecting
war
on
stories.
war stories and danger gone by. You can reflect back. You can tap that medal that's on your chest and reflect on that time that you went
Tarrasque.
inside a Tarrasque.
It is
And
an
steered
official
it into
Imperial
hell.
insignia. You can wear it on your uniform.
It's pretty
Mhm.
big. You
It
sh-
all
I
seems a
think
little
that you'd be
informal
thrilled.
and like... It just seems a little informal. and
Margaret, you were
suspect.
just handed a
That's
You're right,
medal
when
by
you
a
said it.
captain.
No, she's right. It needs a ceremony to be official.
A mayor named Captain.
Oh, not a captain named Mayor? A bit misled.
I don't trust anyone whose name is the same as their title.
No, it's the opposite.
It's not.
It's not. His title is mayor, but his name is captain. I
What
think.
if his name's Mayor and his title's Captain? What if his title is John and his name is Captain Mayor?
Did you know that his middle name is Commander?
His name is my name too.
He's Mayor, Captain, Commander.
In the middle of this, Strawberry has reached the parking lot and found Battlevan and moved,
Scarlet cleaned that.
just rearranged
Oh, yes,
everyone's
it's a-
cots to give herself the best spot. But
Well, if you
know,
go up to the battle van, you'll see that I very hastily repainted it to be fitting for a mother to ride in. I've added a nice sweater to the wizard on front. Sleeved the flexing arm on top.
Christ. How do you know she's religious?
Look, I didn't have much time to. We didn't have any turpentine in the battle van.
this is amazing. Is that supposed to be a Jesus fish?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
You should have made it a tiny little stylized great gold worm or something.
Wait, I just realized you actually went and you drew on it and then just looked at
It's the best.
it. You scribbled out Orb Lord and just put praise the Lord.
I think you kind of ruined the van.
What?
To be fair, that happened to begin with.
Yeah, when
Rude.
you painted a flexing wizard on it. In any case.
In any
Look,
case,
I mean, what did you do to the fist?
I
Just
didn't
put,
think
like,
there'd be a
sensor
mom
bar
riding
over
in it.
There was
I mean,
already
aside
a
from
mom
Margaret.
aboard. Margaret is...
I know, aside from Margaret, but you know, I don't really think of her as a mom when I.
Whoa.
You know, I forget.
That's very
She-
disrespectful,
That's
Scarlet.
very disrespectful to a mother.
I'm just saying that you know
Uh,
she doesn't seem.
so
you know-
while reorganizing the cot situation, she had to move 2 people from the main level down to the cargo hold.
Oh,
And rolling randomly, that looks like it was Rip and Margaret.
Miss Gelato, I think you've made a terrible mistake.
Well,
Wait, what?
Oh no!
Do you know
What if we just dropped him in their sleep?
that's a very real possibility?
I see.
If they hit a bump in the road too hard, they're just leaving them behind.
Margaret's not too hung up about it. She
What will
carries
happen is the battle van will set out, and then the battle van will drive away, and then the cargo hold is just going to be sitting in the lot.
Yes, this is lovely. Oh, it's so nice what you've done with the place. Yeah. She's inspecting all the systems now. I'm very curious about how these things work. You might call it a family trait, I suppose.
I hope you enjoy the nice the decals on the outside. The,
Oh, I didn't pay any mind.
Floorboard.
Oh dear.
So where are we taking you? Where would you like us to drop
That's
you off?
what I was
Miss
going to
Gelato?
ask. I'm ready for some adventure, some family time.
Do
Oh.
you not have any place to be?
Are you sure you're not busy?
She's still
Hang on.
looking things over and finds the empty nitro boost tank and knocks on it and says, "Oh, what's this one do?"
I don't mean to create a faux pas, but I don't think we can have this person with us. I
Okay,
need to
you
get rid of
know-
her immediately.
You know,
gonna
Miss
say-
Gelato, we have a place. We have a place back in the Elf Queens, like in the Elfswood. So, like, if you know you want to be dropped off somewhere like in that area, it's no
Oh,
trouble for us, really.
No,
Like, we could,
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
really?
dare take you out of your way. You're on a very important
no,
mission.
it's no,
saving
it's
the
no
world.
trouble at all. It's just right. I would
Anyhow,
love to.
it's
You're
just
evading the
across
question.
ocean.
What's this tank for?
That
That
would be the
is
nitro
our
boost.
nitro boost, and it makes us go
That's where
really
we keep the
fast. Hey,
people who
anyway,
ask too many
so-
questions.
Yo, don't fucking threaten my mom.
Okay, I Rip
Margaret,
pulls
go to
Mint
your
aside.
room. Go to the car.
Margaret, go to your room.
Mint. Hey, Mint.
And then
I
pull
asked
the
you
lever.
first.
Accelerate the situation.
Mint,
Yeah.
what level's your mom?
You can't just ask a
Well-
lady her level.
Rip,
That's
Rip!
You can't just ask a lady
Rip
her
picks up
level.
and puts him in the cargo
Rip.
hold and releases it.
How long have you known me? And that I've ever made you think that that was okay?
Man, Rip is just accidentally saying horrible things about everyone's mom.
Why?
lately.
Why does everyone want my mom to leave immediately? And
don't- I'm
literally
just-
haven't seen her in 12
don't.
years.
I didn't
I just want
say
to know what level she is so she can
Manuel-
help us kick
Ah.
people's asses.
Manuel goes to smack
did.
Rip on the back of the head like a petulant
Ah.
child.
I didn't say immediately. I just meant if she had a place to go, it wouldn't be any trouble for us to take her there.
Well,
I wanna
for
take
one,
the-
would have no problem at all taking this lovely
Ew.
lady on board our ship with us.
Do you want your mom to die, Min? Do you want her to be eaten by some kind of giant creature that we fight next that attacks our airship?
Margaret, I
Because
think
it's
you're kind of
your mom.
unfamiliar with my mom's line of work.
I mean, she did just help us kill a Tarrasque, basically. I mean, not kill it, but you know.
You're like a special forces unit, right? Like,
She can probably help us out. I don't think it's that big a problem.
In any case, I think I figured out how this tank works. This runs on positive and life energy, that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
didn't build
if you're looking for a fill up, I know the place. It's not too far from here.
Do we need to
Where
fill
would
up?
that-
Yeah, I mean, it's
well,
empty.
it's empty, and if
Okay,
you're
that's
going to
pretty
continue
convincing.
crisscrossing the Empire for your very important mission, you're probably going to want to go fast, right?
My little Mint's first very important mission.
Oh, God.
well, sure. I mean, that sounds fine.
Yeah, I mean,
And in the meantime,
I have
we
no
can
issues
work on
with that at all.
Yes. I guess while we're on the way, I can recharge the guns.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Good. Okay, there is a druidic clan not too far from here, like I mentioned, and they're probably going to be performing their autumnal rite soon, judging from, just looking at a calendar. Yep. All we have to do is head toward the Great Tomb and hang a left, and we should be in the neighborhood in no time.
I don't really want to engineer a whole scene for it, but I'm kind of wondering what Strawberry's reaction to slots is. Like, for one, as a high-ranking special forces unit, she may have, I don't know. Slots is weird. Slots is weird and historic, and he's cropped up before. He's the worst. I hate Slots. What the hell? That's not true. I'm sorry, Slots. It's okay.
In again.
Strawberry Gelato is an agent, yet another agent of the project, just like Peppercorn.
Oh, I love
was
those
thinking
people.
I might afford her
They're
some
so-
respect for that, but maybe not so much.
I mean, no. She works for a highly disciplined elf unit. So I imagine Margaret would not.
Disciplined elf unit is a contradiction in terms.
Margaret, can we please?
Fine, let's focus.
For like a day, maybe. For like one day, how about?
Margaret,
I'd
do you
settle
need
for
some
an
rest?
hour.
What do you think elves do?
They went
Not
to
much.
space, clearly.
Yes.
I mean,
They
at
try to
least.
send an army out, and they just start baking cookies, and nothing gets done.
Elves certainly can't go.
Those are
places
gnomes.
other than that.
Maybe we should
Alright.
just set out.
Yes, let's set out immediately. Without delay.
Please.
Like, let's go.
Can we-
Before more people have any
Yeah.
more things to say.
That's a great idea.
Let's all-
Can
Because
we
there's
ha-
this
can
weird
we have
looking
a
guy over
scene?
here, and he sounds like he's got some nasty things to say, so we should just leave.
Can we have a scene of Margaret and Rip trying to, like, go to bed that night? Because I imagine Rip needs a lot to talk a lot before he's able to fall asleep.
Margaret, tell
That
me
night.
a bedtime story.
It's like, do you think God's real?
No.
Or it'll probably just, slip him something. Get him, like...
Like a swift
Whoa!
kick.
All
in the
right,
head.
we're taking off. Everybody in the battle van,
Never
and
mind
we
on
are gonna get going. So we are leaving in 2 minutes.
Hey,
Actually,
Bella?
now everyone's on. I'm gonna press the button. Everybody, please go away. And Margaret, go to your room.
We're hitting the
All right.
Is it right?
That's not what I meant.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Blast off.
3, 2,
Pow. Pow. It's amazing.
Engage.
We're flying
Make it so.
on rails. I forget how this works.
Yeah.
Yes, self-laying rails.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, do we still use them when we're flying though?
Well, no, that would be silly. But you're not flying,
But
are you?
that would
you
also
can't fly
be-
without a ramp.
Building
and-
a roller coaster in midair.
What if we were though?
That'd be amazing.
Look, I'm drawing the battle van like right now, and that's basically what's happening.
All right. Perfect.
Anyway, let's
Oh, that's
heal
so shitty.
overnight
Starting over.
and
Wait, what?
let's heal.
Oh, I guess we should.
We're traveling more than a day.
Yeah, I guess some of us need to heal.
We should have a talk with Rip about when it's appropriate to ask a lady what her level is.
Like never.
Look, it was an
Answer
honest
first.
question.
You,
The answer is
you're in no position to talk. You're going on at me
What?
about how I'm not a mother to you.
I'm just saying, like you look pretty
Do you know how
young.
long an elf
Don't-
pregnancy
to-
lasts, Scarlet?
To be
3 years.
Oh my
to be
god.
fair,
3.
hey Margaret, to be fair, you haven't really acted like much of a mother to Scarlet, so don't even try to take this motherly route. I'm taking
3
words out of
years?
context. It's
You
funny.
don't have to be maternal to be a mother.
As
It's just stereotyping.
it was the words that you used. You said like I'm not a mother to you. Like
Oh. Well, no, certainly not.
Oh my goodness.
That's better.
You guys are all so
I'm sorry, I'm
salty
stuck
with
on-
each other.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on 3
I'm fine.
years. Like
It's terrible.
that's a long time.
Who wants a hug?
Scarlet's not really familiar with the concept of pregnancy having emerged from a swamp.
Who wants a slots hug?
I didn't emerge from a swamp.
Who wants a slots hug?
Which swamp was it?
I think every.
It was
There's no swamp.
it was the Red Wastes, and it was her grandparents. You people should.
I
learn
think
to
everyone
listen
here
to
needs
you.
a slots
Born-
hug.
Look,
All right,
I
Slots,
was
give me a
born
hug.
Slots shows
hatched
up
from
in a
an egg
Slots
after this-
shows up in a giant Christmas sweater, holding a tray of hot chocolate. He's like,
Margaret.
he's already huge, and he's bulked up to like twice his normal width in the stupid sweater. Oh, Slots.
Oh, slots. Margaret, you're a very good mother, and Scarlet, you weren't born in a swamp. There, is everybody happy now?
Thank you.
That's neither here nor there.
I was
Wrecked my mom's
hatched from an egg
car.
after the standard 90-day incubation period, like every normal person.
Like every normal person.
Except for elves,
Yeah.
who have a 3-year gestation.
Who are
period.
apparently just born fully grown. Like, what even is that?
Elves move slowly in all respects.
During all these conversations, Strawberry is just trying to catch up with her son over the last 12 years, which is very stressful.
It's a little strained at times.
Very strange. And also telling stories of Mint from more than 12 years ago to everybody else as if they happened last month, and she doesn't really get how that's weird.
Hmm.
I was like,
What was he like as a
I
child?
was in middle school then, Mom.
Oh, you know how Mint is. You've been hanging out with him for so long.
So he's always
been mint.
been precocious.
Yeah, you could say that.
What does that word mean?
Oh, you know, mint, always stowing away on spaceships.
Planets,
Uh,
planetoids.
And then at one point, she points out the window or over the side and says, "Oh, there it is. There's the tomb. Here is where we turn left."
All right.
Whose tomb is it?
Well, you see that it is a giant stone edifice that is sort of a cube. Well, not really a cube, more a
Oh, it's
rectangle.
Cube Tomb. It's the
Not-
Tomb of the Cube.
More rectangular prism. It's stretched up, and each of the 4 faces of the cube have a face carved on it. And when I say a face, I mean the same face on all 4 sides of a
Final-
smiling bearded man.
Oh
The
no!
final resting
It
place.
slowly rotates,
No.
and it's surrounded by spotlights that are shining
Well, that looks great. Let's
into
keep
the
it
air.
going.
That's creepy.
Yeah, I'm glad
is-
I don't have to stop here because it sounds
You-
horrifying.
You are
Man,
passing
smile.
by the impossibly gaudy tomb of Smilin' Sammy G.
No!
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 Ugh.
No!
Bless
that
this
sure
asshole.
looks great, Mrs.
Can't go here, you guys.
Let's
I liked it a lot
going.
more when it was the final resting place of the ancient cube.
Rip in peace, cube.
Rick is very clearly distressed.
I think this is when we use the last of our nitro to get out of here.
I don't want to go.
The final fumes.
Margaret has accepted she is not going to get any sleep tonight.
I mean, your room is in the hold, so.
I mean, you're sleeping
got a
right
lot of
next
peace
to
and quiet
Fish
down
Ass
there.
Johnson over there, so.
Johnson.
Once dawn breaks, you find yourself in a pleasant farming village, and Strawberry starts asking around the locals, and you get directed to a farm. If you just like pull a bit down on the map, you'll see where you end up. In that farm, there is a large field that
crop
has been
circle.
tramped down in the form of a crop circle. Now, the agrarian location and regular geometry are a bit at cross purposes from what you expect from a druidic rite, but as you walk up, it becomes a little clearer when the first person to wave and say hello is this fella here, who's a very strange individual indeed.
Where?
That wretched pagan ritual seems like the perfect place to land on. It's nice and outlined for us and everything.
We should
Where?
probably not disturb their rituals.
Where?
Probably a very
Oh, they did-
sacred rite.
They did wave hello.
I meant Margaret asked us to just land directly on top of it and ruin it.
Oh, okay.
It's you know, it's round, it's shaped.
I say we
Roughly
land a
around.
safe distance away and go meet them.
Yeah, let's say hey.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably more sensible.
Hey, what's good?
Okay.
Good.
How's it go?
The one who waved introduces himself as Hafta. He is very short, but with pointed ears and some strange. He's got a bit of a snout on him.
Was he kobold?
No, if how do you react to a fellow like that? I suppose is the question.
Have you seen my pog?
Have you seen my paw?
So, I'm good.
I was on the moon once.
Hello.
Yeah.
We're pretty much ready for anything, this crew. I'm not really taking
I'm also,
we're not
I'm
really
also
taking
still
it back,
wearing a
man.
Christmas sweater, and it's like August or whatever. No,
I mean,
I
I'm
guess
pretty
it's,
used to
you
the
said it was
whole
autumn.
thing
Closer to
myself, so it's not
Billtober.
that big a deal.
Well,
Right.
you have found a half-elf, half-orc halfling.
Oh, oh my goodness.
But since
Wait.
nobody finds himself that strange, and I suppose you don't
Doesn't that
ask
make
about
him
it,
a quarter orc?
you're only finding out about it out of character.
I mean,
Or
perhaps
perhaps
a little rude
You,
to
rec-
just ask.
you can tell on sight it's just rude
Yeah.
to bring it
Yeah,
up.
why
know,
would
it's
you?
fine.
Why would you just walk up and say,
Confused than
"Ugh, what are you?" Nobody's gonna see.
Manuel.
No, I'm
He
saying
looks
that's
like a
not
goblin
what
to
we're.
Margaret.
That's not what we're
Okay.
doing.
He looks like a goblin to Margaret, assuming he doesn't really exist. He's just hallucinating.
You know, goblins
He's-
exist, right,
He's
Margaret? Like
this is
scientifically,
gas rising out of the swamp.
they're a
nearby.
scientifically documented species. Goblins.
You've probably fought several of them. in
Actually,
your
no,
years as a
it's
soldier.
not goblins that Margaret doesn't think exist. What was that other one we fought?
The
It
red
was
caps.
red caps, and you
Yes,
admit
that's
you
right.
fought them. All right.
No! That was out of character.
In any case, he's so glad to see so many people come and join. Are you here to help us out? Oh, that's wonderful. I thought it would just be the four of us.
Well, what
yes,
ritual are
we're
you?
here to help you out.
It's the autumnal rite. We're here to help put the life of nature to sleep so she can recharge and renew again in the spring. We're bringing forth winter, or else otherwise she'll exhaust herself trying to keep the green lushness of life going indefinitely. It's no good.
Obviously,
What a
Scarlet,
load
they
of
didn't
new
teach
age
you anything
garbage.
in your mage college. It's a very important ritual.
That sounds pretty important.
It's one of the most important rituals. I mean, it's not just one of those rituals that creates like sparks or something like that. It actually has a purpose.
You wouldn't need a ritual to do that.
Yes, whatever.
In any case,
uh,
I don't know if you can tell, but this is only like my second or third time doing this rite, and I have the most experience here. So,
I want to think back about this ritual and see what I've read about it in the past. And I've rolled a background check.
it's not only is it a ritual, but this is a holiday for druids across the empire. His sort of the way he described it does match what you know, and it seems to be something that is true and not just a superstition, which is more than can be said for most. That's more credit than most druidic rituals get in the books you find in Horizon. Those jerks.
So it seems like he's pretty much on the level then.
Well, yes, I could have told you that. This is an actual thing. I just finished explaining it. Scarlet.
You don't have to be a jerk about it.
Who needs a hug?
I wasn't being a jerk about it. I was simply educating you.
Scarlet Manuel, I made you these sweaters.
In any case,
Put them on.
He's looking over his checklist and like,
Far
okay,
too
we
hot.
need.
Put 'em on.
We have this, and
It's
we
lovely,
have
but-
that, and I'm really
It's not really my
excited.
color.
I'm really excited to get to be in charge of the ritual for once because, as you know, the person who runs the circle gets to decide what to do with the byproduct that's left over. And
What is the byproduct?
well, when you're really not here as druids, are you? But that's okay. That's okay.
I'm not a druid, but I can do some magic.
That's cool. But yeah, the byproduct, when we put Mother Nature to sleep, we're left with a pool of life energy to do with as we please. Most people save it up to use in next spring's counter ritual for the revival of the earth. But, you know, sometimes you get more than you need, and it's a fun little thing to have lying around the house for a few reasons.
And what do you plan to do
Like-
with it, sir?
Like what kind of reasons?
Oh, it's like, you know, you can't tell what your birthday wish is or it won't come true.
That's not
You
what
know.
it's like at all. It's actually
don't
not even
think
close.
That's how any.
I don't think that's how this works. In fact, I know
And-
for a fact that's not how
Okay, it's like, don't count your chickens. I don't want to say, gosh.
it's true.
Wait, so the ritual makes chickens?
So, I
Roughly.
mean, no, the spring ritual is what makes chickens. The
Ah,
fall
okay.
ritual is what
This makes whatever the opposite of chickens are.
it makes the chickens go to sleep for the winter.
What's the
Eggs?
opposite of a chicken?
Eggs?
Ah,
Everybody knows the opposite of a chicken is a Tarrasque. You should know that. We just fought one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Mm.
Wait,
have.
you made the
It's-
Tarrasque.
No, man.
They do not make one Tarrasque every year. No.
That would be extremely inconsiderate. that was a pretty big hassle.
Man,
I wrecked my mom's car because of that.
Mint, it's okay. Mint, it's not.
I'm not okay right now. I'm super stressed out.
Somebody give Mint some of that cocoa. He needs to.
Here you go,
calm
Mint.
himself.
Somebody get Mint some peanut butter crackers.
Mint, this is kind of cold. Mint, this is kind of cold because it was 4 days ago, but I saved it for you.
All right, I found some
Yeah.
snacks. It's okay. I
Okay.
found
Okay.
some snacks.
We're good.
All right. Perfect.
So in the life energy, that's what we need to.
I'm gonna roll high weirdness to see what
Right.
kind of pattern is knitted on my Christmas sweater. Oh, it's all of you.
Oh.
Aw.
That's very
a little
sweet.
creepy.
Is that on the ones that you handed to us as well?
Yours has reindeer. They're a fictional creature. They run into roads at the middle of the day. It's very strange. It's part of the mythology.
It's weird. It's like looks
they're
like one
cute.
of those unicorn dragons, but without the scales and only
Yeah.
4 legs.
And two.
Yeah, and fur.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Something like that could never exist.
I left
Yeah.
Are we really going to power our ship with this superstitious nonsense fuel? It could fall apart if
It's,
it's
it's
very
not a
going the wrong
superstitious
way.
nonsense fuel. It's scientific fact.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
we
I
should
kind of
put in
People are
forgot that.
standing around a ritual circle.
You guys.
I have enough.
Margaret, have you never heard of a ritual
Well, like-
before? Because they're actually quite
Wait,
common.
hold on,
Of course
hold
I've
on,
heard of a
hold
ritual.
on, Margaret. Moga, I want to slow you down for a second. Slow your roll for a second, okay? Because I wanna lay some truth on you.
Mhm.
It's like, if the ritual has a predictable output when the inputs are kept the same, isn't that like science?
But magic never has a completely predictable output. There are infinite amount of things that can go wrong.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
there
like an-
are. So we'd like to get this going before the sun sets.
That's
God,
like
I'm so
fucking
sorry. I don't
cool.
mean to offend my guests. I'm sorry.
So you said
fine.
this is your third time doing this, and
Yes.
you're the one with the most experience. Did you mean that you're still kind of struggling to get everything in order, or are you fairly confident in your ability to run this?
It's my third time doing this ritual, first time leading,
Mhm.
and it's my sister's first time ever.
Mhm.
And this Kenku doesn't talk.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
It might just be a bird. And this
He may
fella
have just
tells
crawled into a kimono and came over here. I don't
Very
know.
scientific.
It's really chicken boo.
Well, you know, I've heard a legend saying that birds know a lot because of how high they are.
Because of
in the
because
sky.
they fly, they know everything. It's true.
How high they are? Is that...
How high can you
Excuse me?
get?
in any case, this guy Randy, he says he did it twice,
fucking...
but he might be lying
Okay.
It's really
in
Um,
either
I'm like-
direction.
Can I stop you there for a moment?
Yes.
From the way you're telling all of this to me without really directly answering my question, I have to assume that you don't necessarily know exactly what you're doing, right?
I'm just nervous.
You're just nervous.
It
I-
went perfectly well the last 3 times. I mean, winter came on schedule. You lived through it.
Who led them the last few times?
That was this druid named Tempest. She can turn into a tiger sometimes. It's pretty
She
cool.
sounds pretty experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why isn't she leading it? What happened to her?
She sounds pretty familiar if I wasn't.
Yeah.
Hi, Tempest.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
person
I mean, this is being done everywhere all the time. She's just in a different town. I moved. Is what happened.
Okay.
I'm new in this town. I did it back further east with her.
Right.
As long as, you know, she...
That makes sense. Well, lucky for you, Huft. I actually know exactly what you're talking about. I'm familiar with this ritual. Where I grew up, I did experience kind of secondhand the ritual take place several times, and I'm pretty familiar with it. I have even provided some background music during a couple of the rituals when I was a lot younger. So if you'd like my help, you know, I'd be glad to help.
Basically, what she's saying is that
You know,
we
quite
will
a bit.
help you perform this ritual.
Well,
And I've never seen it myself, but as a student of magic, I would love to do my part to assist, and perhaps in exchange we could have a little bit of that energy.
Well, we'll see.
Slots in the back.
to be
Slots in the
clear, though-
background. Slots in the background is like, I'll help too, and he picks up like a vitally important rock in the crop circle and drops
Slots,
it
please,
into
no,
terror.
hey. She catches it and kind of puts it back where it goes. Please, please, this is how it should be. Please let it stay
Oh,
how it is.
oh.
I'd like to use my 5.
Slots
No,
goes to
okay.
prepare his eggnog inside.
Listen,
Five.
I'm not good at this stuff. I'll see you guys later.
I'd like to use my 5
Almost.
to hide Druid
Nuts.
to kind of
Gotcha.
make sure that this goes well. But also, I'd like to use it to leverage, leverage our way into getting some of this energy. In fact, maybe we can make a little wager or something.
Oh,
Major.
I don't know what we'd wager. I didn't think that far
I
yet.
don't really know how we
Like
turn
the
this into a
energy.
competition.
You have something that I value, and I have knowledge that you value.
well, that just sounds like a partnership, not a wager.
I know,
I mean-
but it,
Yeah, I'm not
I
really
guess
sure.
it's
I mean, back from my
Bella-
days when I managed when I was a tailor. I know business deals. Gosh.
Bella,
Or
is-
we
I
could make
just recently came
we
from
could- We could make a rival crop circle and see who does it better.
I mean,
Bella-
I'm sorry. You have to understand. I just jumped into a hellhole that's entirely focused on gambling. I kind of
Also,
that on
like
my
our
mind.
Sounds like a
entire
better plan to me.
our entire
Do
adventure
it.
up to this point, we've had to trick people into helping us. So like, it's a little weird to be like,
Not all the time.
just
Most of the time, yes. it's
Hey,
true.
you didn't have to trick the people you robbed into helping you. You just robbed them.
Yeah, I tricked you guys into helping me by robbing you, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
about
did.
that.
That wasn't really a trick. You stole something, and then we agreed to help you if you gave it back.
Presto.
Costa is looking a little
And that worked out
shady
just
about hearing
fine.
that you get things by stealing.
We're not going to
Presto.
steal any
This
of your
is-
life juice as long as you give us what we want afterwards. And if you don't,
Don't
then
worry,
we
I
will.
gave-
If you don't,
Don't
then we
worry.
will do that.
Don't worry, I
really
gave it back and
skeptical.
there's a Tarrasque in it now.
You guys should all just like not talk for a while.